Hello and welcome to the Graduate Student's Guide, where we talk about everything you need to know to get through graduate school. I'm your host, Luke Wink-Moran, and today we'll be talking about graduation with Connie Sun, Sonia Delphin, and Bethany Kasprzyk, all of whom, including me, will be graduating with a master's degree or a Ph.D. this spring.
Welcome everybody, thank you so much for being here. We are here today to talk about graduation, how everyone kind of made it through grad school, what it's like to be graduating, and if you have anything planned next. But before we get started, I did just want to ask the most basic question, which is what are all of your names and majors?
Hi, I'm Connie Sun, and I'm doing a master's in computer science.
Hello, my name is Sonia Delphin. I am originally from Paraguay, and I am graduating with a Ph.D. in natural resources.
And I'm Bethany Kasprzyk. I'm finishing up my master's of public administration, specifically in local government.
And I'm Luke Wink-Moran. I will also be participating today, and I am a master's student in journalism. And that brings us to our second question, which is why did everybody decide to go to grad school?
Should I start?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, originally I planned to do a PhD for a really long time, but then I finished my undergrad in 3 years, and I decided not to do a PhD. And my program has an accelerated master's program, so I decided to do that, which is just like a 1-year kind of compressed program. And it worked out pretty well for me because that would make my whole college career 4 years. I had a scholarship for 4 years. So that's pretty much the reason. It was convenient. I wanted to go to school for another year, but I didn't want to do the full PhD.
Awesome.
In my case, it was very funny because I told myself that I was not planning to do a PhD after my master, and here I am, finishing my PhD. So I finished my master at the University of Florida at that time, and after that, I came back to my home country in Paraguay, and I was working in the field for a couple of years. And then I realized that I still had some knowledge in gaps, so I decided to, come back to school and try to fill those gaps because my PhD is in natural resources, and I was mainly working on environmental things. And I realized that I also needed to learn about the social aspect and also the economic aspect of sustainability. So here I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a pretty basic answer in that it's a pretty common job requirement for the type of local government positions I considered after undergrad. I actually did not want to go to grad school after undergrad though. I didn't intend to be here at this time. I applied but intended to defer. I ended up getting a fellowship that kind of solved my problem. I wanted work experience before grad school, and it linked me up with local internships here that kind of got rid of that concern I had, so I ended up going right away.
Awesome. And for me, it was literally just kind of following the things that I enjoyed doing professionally, but did not have the experience to really do well. Like I got my undergrad in business marketing, and while I was doing it, I did an internship in marketing and communications, and I enjoyed the communication side more, the writing and the media stuff. And so kind of when it came time to maybe go to grad school, I was like, journalism would be good because I'd be better at writing, I'd be better at doing video things theoretically, and would be graduating with the skill set to pursue the things I actually enjoyed, and also still a business background, which was nice. All right, well, question 3 is what's it like to be graduating?
I was really excited a month ago, and as it gets closer, it's a bit more bittersweet. I've been here for 2 years, which is not an insubstantial amount of time, but obviously is not as long as a PhD, but it's enough to get comfortable. And so I'm thrilled to be finishing up my program and celebrating some of the accomplishments that come at the end of it, like my capstone, but also very sad to leave.
Mm-hmm. I totally relate with that. I think it's amazing to be graduating. It's a relief, and it's also a rewarding experience. And in my case, I am also graduating with so many other friends from different programs, so that's also exciting, to have that opportunity to share this moment with them. And also, I think during classes and working on the dissertation, we are always facing different challenges, and sometimes it's very difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So it's so nice to be in the light right now. So it's amazing.
Yeah, I agree. I think bittersweet's a really great word. I finally feel established here, I have so many friends and connections, and I'm involved, and I have a good support system, and now I have to go, which is kind of sad, but I'm very excited. I feel like I worked so hard for the last 4 years just to get here, and my hard work is finally paying off, and it's really exciting to see that.
Yeah, it's exciting for me too, and it's also a very weird feeling of, as someone who doesn't have like something lined up after graduation, a feeling of like kind of figuring out what the next stage of your life is going to be like, basically depending on which employer says like, sure, come work for us, because like you could, like for me, I could be working for like a journalistic organization or like a communications organization, and like those are very different jobs, use the same skill sets, not to mention like where I'll be working and like who I'll be working with, so it's exciting, but also very like odd, I think. But it does feed in well to our next question, which is, do you have anything lined up after graduation?
I have something lined up after graduation. I applied for jobs way back in September, October, because that's kind of when the tech job cycle starts. It's super early. And I got a job offer to work for Pacific Northwest National Laboratory. So I'll be moving to Seattle in August, and I'll be working as a data scientist.
That's really exciting, and congratulations.
Thank you.
In my case, not everything is lined up yet. So I'm gonna be working over the summer here at the university in some international programs, and I really hope to keep working with them because they are implementing amazing programs in Latin America, in Africa, and so many other parts of the world.
Yeah, like Luke, I'm looking and applying at this time. It's fun, but also, you know, another task coming up here at the end of the year. For me, it's going to involve a move, so it's something I'm trying to take quite seriously. Like you said, your entire next direction gets determined by who says yes to those applications. So big changes, big moves, but also very exciting.
Yeah, and like I said, I got nothing lined up. I have no plan. If you're watching this and I get it out soon enough, please hire me. Do you have any advice for future graduates, or advice that you would have given yourself before you started your program?
So if someone's listening to this and they're a year out, thinking about graduation, then they've got so much time. I think we don't realize that. It's so easy to put your head down and focus and kind of forget as it all flies past you. And for me, I think I would encourage anyone nearing graduation to take advantage of any resources on campus they haven't tried yet. There are so many things I meant to do and then didn't take advantage of in my last year, which is sad to say in retrospect, but I can save you from doing the same. So, you know, I can never not be the GA for Office of Fellowships mentally, so I meant to apply for a great GPSC grant that helps you with professional certifications, you know, something that helps you as a future job applicant to have that on your resume. And then I didn't do it. So if you are in that position, I'm encouraging you to not do as I did and do better, and, you know, try to take advantage of that opportunity while you still can.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. I think grad school is way more than just taking classes. So the university is like really giving us so many resources and so many opportunities, and we really need to take advantage of that. There is like the writing lab, there are so many mentoring programs, so many resources that we can really use. And I think that one important element is to develop the soft skills. When you are looking for jobs, it's not only about the academic knowledge that you have, it's also very important to develop those soft skills so you can be better at the type of job that you are doing. And another thing that I think that is also very important is to really think about having a balanced life. Grad school is very, very demanding, and it's important to take a break and really do other things, like for example, going on a hike, or, you know, like going to some live music, do some other things, and because Tucson is beautiful and you can really enjoy the city.
Yeah, and I completely agree with both of you. I think resources are really important, but I'll echo what Sonia said about taking care of yourself. I'm kind of a hypocrite though, because I work so hard, but yeah, I think it's so important to spend as much time with your friends as possible, spend time getting to know your classmates, making connections, because I think that's really what got me through grad school.
Yeah, and I think if I could add anything to that, it would probably be like start applying to jobs early and also start thinking about your like transferable skills, because even like during my job search, like my range of jobs that I've been able to apply to has expanded as I've kind of thought through like, okay, well, what else could I apply writing to? Like what else could like being good at making video content like apply to and things like that. And like I know a lot of people graduating from either grad school or PhD programs are coming out with a much more academic skill set than I have. Like my job is my degree was literally geared towards professional work. But I think a lot of people graduating have a lot more transferable skills than they think. So like, consider how to parlay those into different positions if you want to. And that brings us to the last question, which is there anything else you want to add?
There are so many things that are free or discounted to you as a student. So, while you still have that student status, take advantage of it. Go to a museum, any of the arts opportunities that we have here on campus. Just do something you enjoy while it's still free to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to emphasize the importance of having a support system. That is very important in grad school. And we need to take advantage of, the international environment that we have here at the University of Arizona. We can learn so much from each other, and who knows, maybe we can work together in the future.
Yeah, and I want to emphasize that too. Like, college, I think, is kind of an insular environment in that everyone has similar goals. But it's also so expansive because you meet so many people from different countries, like people from Paraguay. I have friends from Pakistan, from India, from all over the world. And I think that's kind of a unique experience because you meet all of those people and they have such cool interests. So yeah, I think getting to know as many people as you can while you can is really important.
Yeah. I think mine would be like try to enjoy like at least this last part of grad school, because it's a really I know it's a really hard time, but it's also because you're typically growing in your program or like through your professional or personal connections, and like not always comfortable, usually challenging, but also like when you look back on it, you're going to really appreciate it, hopefully. So try to enjoy that. And that's it. Well, thanks so much for joining me to talk about graduation. It's been really fun. Good luck with like the positions that you do have and the positions that you're going to get. I am kind of talking to myself there. And yeah, that's it. That's a wrap.
Thank you, Connie, Sonia, and Bethany for joining us for this episode. If you enjoyed listening to this and you'd like to hear other conversations about how to get through grad school, check out our other episodes.